Hello there. So welcome back or welcome to Yoga with Ciara, and I'm home. Today's day 24 of balance. I don't know what it was there. I did the exact same sequence as just what I did before, but now the microphone is working, which is amazing. Um, so I only got the studio set up within seconds. So obviously something fell through the loop. So come lie on your back. We're going to do a Sunday yum. Just that sense of rolling on the floor or just being on the floor. And then during the week, Sinead was saying that when we did the balance sequence, it was a bit like killer abs because we were holding things. So we're going to do something like that today. So come lie on your mat. Come. And welcome back to NADUIR. It's very nice having you back here. It's very nice to be back here as well for me. So great, come lying on your back. Your knees are bent and your feet are flat on the floor. And just get a sense of how your shoulder blades settle. Your feet are flat, your back is resting. And then just begin by arching your lower back and flattening your lower back down. Arching your lower back and flattening your lower back down. So feel the movement into your spine. Flattening down and arching. Does your back take this movement easily or not? Yesterday we were doing something similar. So as you arch your back, pull your shoulders backwards. And then as you push your back into the floor, round your shoulders forward. So you're including your shoulders now in what you're doing. So arching your back, shoulders move back. Pushing your lower back down, shoulders move forward. So now you're including your chest and a little bit more of your neck and head as you pull your shoulders back, as you round your shoulders forward. One more time. Pull your shoulders back, round your shoulders forward. Nice. Begin to sway your knees from side to side. So as you sway your knees from one side to the other side, how is this for you? Nice. Bring your arms wide, let them rest on the floor, and then drop your knees down towards the right and draw your left knee up towards your right shoulder. So gliders. It's been a while since we've done gliders. I don't think we've done any gliders in balance. So left knee up to your right shoulder and right knee up to your left shoulder. So just feel that. How do you glide your knee over towards the opposite shoulder? Slow it down a little bit and really push your knee strongly up towards the shoulder, pausing there. And then coming back. And then glide in the other direction. Squeeze your knee up. And then back. Nice, cool. Bring your arms long beside you and just roll up along your spine. Push your feet down, rising up, and then roll down along your spine. We're just warming up into the spine. Traveling up and traveling down. One last time. Traveling up, pushing up through your hips, pausing there. Have a deep sense of a squeeze through your buttocks. Legs are strong. You can keep your arms long beside you, or you can reach your hands up towards the ceiling with your palms touching and round your shoulders forward. Nice. Lower your bum halfway down and walk your feet slightly closer together. And then draw your right knee up towards your right elbow. So everybody reach their arms up towards the ceiling. Right knee up towards your right elbow. If for any reason that's too strong for you, then just keep your arms on the floor. Left knee up to your left elbow. And really slowly, steadily, keeping a sense of connection through your belly. Tap your knee off your elbow. And tap the other knee off the other elbow. I'm trying to keep a sense of steadiness through the deep lower belly. I'm just listening as I change from one side to the other side. Nice. Next time you lift a knee, pause there. Lower your foot to the floor. And then lift the other knee and pause there. Foot to the floor. Nice. Lower your bum down. Cool. Bring your left foot to rest on top of your right knee. And then just sway your hips from side to side. So I'm bringing the left knee down towards the floor, and then I'm bringing the left foot towards the floor. So I'm traveling from one side to the other. So we've started into the balance sequence. So knee to elbow, we did that already. Foot to knee, we're doing this now. Just feel that as you travel from side to side. How are your hips? Nice. And now squeeze that right knee up towards you and feel it pull the left leg in. Nice. Touch your toes to the floor and then squeeze it in again. You can, if you want, reach your arms up towards the ceiling. You can, if you want, lift your head off the floor and try and touch your left foot off your elbow. Try and touch your left knee off your elbow. Next time you pull your knee towards you, pause. Try and lift your bum a little bit more off the floor. Nice. Lower your foot to the floor. Other side. So bring the right ankle to rest on top of the left knee and just sway from side to side. And just feel that. Let it loosen into the sides of our hips. We've been working into the sides of our hips all week in balance. We're really feeling it in the 90-90s, in those high leg movements we've been doing. It's been really nice. Nice. Now, squeeze that left leg up towards you, and that will pull the right knee in. Feel it in the right buttock. Nice. Let your toes touch the floor. Squeeze your knee towards you. Touch the floor. The more you flex into that right foot, the more protected your right knee is. So a really strong calf will stabilize the knee. Really strong foot will stabilize the knee. Reach your arms up perhaps. And lift your head up. Nice. Next time you pull your knee towards you, pause. And breathe into it. Lower your foot down. Lower the other foot down. Nice. So from here, draw your right knee up towards you. Hold on to your right knee. And then stretch the left leg long. So your left leg is floating just above the floor, and I'm really surging down into that left heel. Draw your right knee out to the side. Pause there. At any stage, you can bend that left knee. You can bring your left foot to the floor. It's stronger the way it is with your leg floating and your leg straight. Okay, so see what's right for you. Push both elbows to the floor and then bring that right knee over towards the left. If you can, keep your left foot floating. And then come back to center, bring your right knee out to the side. Let your right leg travel the full range of what's possible for it. I'm pushing my right elbow deeply down, and then I'm coming back, leg to the side. And again, knee over towards the left, center, and then out to the side. Cool, squeeze both knees towards you. I think it's raining. Wow. Stretch your right leg long and squeeze the left knee up towards you. You're holding on to your left knee with your left hand. I love bringing my right hand to the front of my thigh. It really connects me to the strength of the front of my right thigh. Open your left knee out to the side. Pausing there. You can't hear it, but Chico's snoring. The cats are jumping around the place. and Yosef's playing cello, and it's raining. Sounds like home. Great. Bring both elbows to the floor and then draw your left knee over towards the right. If you can, keep your right foot floating. And then let your left leg travel out as far to the left as it can go. And then all the way to the right. Let's feel that. You probably are feeling that. That's one more time. Pausing there. And then squeeze both knees up towards you. Nice. Just rock your knees from side to side. And then reach your arms up towards the ceiling and do the zombie twist. So knees come to the right, arms go to the left. Find your balance here. And then knees go to the left, arms go to the right. And it's like this very tentative, I'm just about to fall over, but my arms are reaching kind of moment. And the direction I'm reaching, and that shoulder has lifted off the floor, but I'm like trying to balance with my fingertips out to the side. Just find that. How do you balance? Like, how do you come back from balancing or not? You know, if you fall over, it's not far to fall, which is really awesome here. How do you find that, like, ultimate balance? One more time each side. Nice. Bring your foot to the floor. So, push your feet down, lift your hips up. And then stretch your left leg long so it's straight out and long at a 45-degree angle. And then lower your right heel. I see right leg or left leg. So whatever leg I said, I meant your right leg. Right leg touches the floor. Right leg straight up towards the ceiling. Touches the floor. And then up towards the ceiling. Keep the focus on the front of the left hip and try and keep it still in the midst of what's happening. Nice, one more time. Nice, keep your right leg straight up towards the ceiling. Drop your bum down, lift it up. Drop your bum down, lift it up. Drop your bum down, lift it up. One more time. Drop your bum down, lift it up. Point into your right toes, draw a circle with your right leg. Really stay steady into that left leg as you move your right leg in a big circle. You can have your knee bent if you wish. And then circle in the other direction. Last few moments of this. Circling. Nice. Drop your bum to the floor. Change legs. So push both feet down. Rise up and then straighten the left leg long so it's at a 45-degree angle. And then lower your heel to the floor. And then lift your leg up. Heel to the floor. Stay really still through that right hip. Up. Down with your heel. Up with your leg. One more time. Down with your heel. Up with your leg. Nice. From here, bring your leg straight up over your hip and drop your bum down. And then rise. Drop your bum down. Rise. Drop your bum down. Rise. One more time. Drop your bum down and rise. Point into that left toe and draw a circle. And then circle in the other direction. Nice. Lowering down. Cool. Stretch both legs long. Bend your elbows and hold on to your opposite elbow over your head. And then walk your feet over towards the right and walk your torso over towards the right. And you should feel like a human banana. And there should be like length happening through the deep of the left belly. You can, if you want, to cross your left ankle over the top of the right. Only if your bum stays on the floor. You can pull a bit on that left elbow with your right hand to increase the stretch up into your rib cage. And then just be really steady with the depth or the connection into the left side. Softening, let something settle. Nice. Back to center. And then the other side, walk your feet over towards the left. Walk your torso over towards the left. And feel like a caterpillar moving along. You can cross your right ankle over the top of the left, but keep your bum down. So I'm not twisting as I do this. I'm really keeping that right bum down. And then I'm pulling a bit with my left hand on my right elbow. And just breathe into the whole right side of your body. Human banana to the left. And it's really raining. And then all the way back to center. Bend both knees. Draw your right knee up towards you and hold on to it with your left hand. And then stretch your left leg long. And then push your right elbow down and twist towards the left. My right arm is balancing the pose. So if my right arm travels, I'll just roll over. But if I reach and open into the right arm, I'll twist. So your left hand can rest on your left knee, or you can be like a little shelf where you place your left knee on top of the left hand so that it doesn't go any deeper. So see what's right for you. And just twist deeply. Breathing down into your belly. This is a different sensation than the human banana. Notice how it's different in your body. You're really settling in. Nice. Come back to center. Other side. So draw both knees up towards you. For me, I always come center again. So I push my head down, lift my shoulders, place them down, and then just rock a little bit through my pelvis, and I will be back to center. Hold on to your left knee with your right hand. Stretch your right leg long. Right heel comes to the floor. Push your left elbow down and twist. Again, you can bring your hand underneath your knee as a little shelf, or you can hold on to the top of your knee, or you don't have to hold your knee at all. Left arm is reaching and counterbalancing the whole thing. You can turn your head to the left as well. Interesting. For years, when I turned my head, I stopped feeling my body. I would turn my head, and suddenly it's like the lights would go off in my body. Whereas now, quite amazingly, I can turn my head and I can still feel my body. That's really cool. Something new. It's always amazing how different layers of embodiment or connection come in, different layers of beingness are safe enough to emerge as we practice and practice and practice over the years. So deepen by drawing that left knee a little bit closer to the floor, perhaps, or just widening, deepening into the belly. Nice. Come back to center. Squeeze both knees up towards you and just rock from side to side. Bring your feet to the floor and just rest your hands on your belly. And just think of the things you're grateful for. Think of the things that bring you joy, that resource you, that nourish your inside spaces. And if you're in real time, then you've just done something awesome on a Sunday morning. If you're doing this later on in the day, then also amazing. I'm going to go for a walk, put on my raincoat in a few minutes. And so, yeah, so do things that bring you joy, that cultivate an inner sense of wellness. Nice. So stay there It's Sunday morning. You can stay on the floor, and I'll see you all tomorrow. It's lovely to be home with Yosef, all the dogs, cats, the rain, all of that. It's really sweet. So thanks, Sinead, as always. You helped the transition of the studio out there and then back in again, and then the whole thing of my phone. And so yeah, great. Still, if you want to contact me, email or messenger or something like that, I'll have my phone back on Tuesday. Okay. So great. Thanks, guys, for joining me. Very yum. Sunday floor. Yum. Nice. Ciao, ciao. You're great as always. Contributions towards this project are very welcomely received. It helps us create a long-term sustainable practice of this. So have a wonderful day, and yeah, put your raincoat on, get out, or lie on the couch. Ciao, ciao. See you in the morning.